Alright, this is going to be a review on Open Source Vapor. They're a relatively new e-liquid company. They offer 100% VG juices that are free of propylene glycol, artificial flavors, and artificial sweeteners. So they're pretty much all organic, and the really cool thing that is very unique about them is that they list all of the ingredients of their juices. Like, it's like an actual recipe that's like on the same page that you order your juice, so you know exactly down to the percent what's in your juice. So that's like really cool. And if for whatever reason you wanted to replicate that juice, you could. I personally would just rather buy it from them because their prices are decent, and I don't feel like buying all those flavorings, because the flavorings that they use, which I'll put the site below because I don't think it's on the site, because they said they couldn't use it for some kind of infringement purposes. I don't really know, but I know what the company is, and I'll put them below. Their flavorings aren't cheap, so I personally wouldn't go through the trouble of buying all those when I can just buy it from them. But anyway, I'll start off with the older ones because I got 2 different orders from them, and go from there. I will say that they have a different option than they used to, because now they have 5 ml sample bottles. When I was ordering, they only had the 15, which is fine, but you know, personally I would have preferred to buy the smallest just to see if I liked it. But anyway, first one I'm going to talk about is Mojito. I got of course the zero nic because I don't vape nicotine, and then they have a couple different options as far as your thickness and your flavor. There's standard, which is just standard flavor. There's the tank option, which is 20% extra flavor. And then there's the where'd it go? Flavor Junkie, which has 50% extra flavoring. There's a 50-cent charge for that. And then the double flavor, which is 100% extra flavor, and there's a 95-cent upcharge for that. And then you can also choose your thickness between thick for dripper and thin for tank. I personally got thick because, especially with 100% VG juices, I've noticed that they tend to be very thin because a lot of those vendors use too much water with it, and I really didn't want to deal with that. And I'm glad that I did, because it's a good thickness for me, even in a tank, which is what I prefer these in. I will start off by saying that. So, I'm not going to vape these on camera with the exception of 2, one of which I have in a tank already, and then another one just because I want to give it kind of like one last shot. But anyway, I'm going to start off with Mojito, and all the labels are unique in their little picture on the front, and it shows you all your information. This tastes just like a Mojito. It's a little bit mild for me. It's like a lemon lime with a very light hint of mint, but it's not like a gum kind of mint. It's more of like an herbal kind of mint. So, I mean, it tastes pretty exact to what it is. If you've ever had a Mojito, it's an alcoholic beverage, but it's very light on flavor. So if I were to repurchase this, I would get the Flavor Junkie, which is 50%, instead of the tank, which is 20%. And I believe the other person that got Mojito got the standard flavor, and she said that she could barely taste it at all. So I can attest to that, the flavor is very subtle, but I mean, it's good. The flavor that is there is good. And the next one I absolutely love, and it's the Toka Cola. And it's very strange because you can look, like I said, at the exact ingredients that are in here, none of which you would think were in a cola. It's very strange, but it tastes just like cola, and it's not a bad cola, because like the colas I've tried vape-wise, they always taste like bottle caps, those candies, which aren't bad, but it's just not something I can vape all day. This Toka Cola, I can legit, and I had been legit vaping it all day. It just doesn't get old, and that's the good thing with these flavors, is that I think a lot of it's because it's 100% VG, because I do have a mild PG sensitivity, which I recently discovered, and I don't know, like, there's just something very fresh about VG juices, and it could be partially because they're organic as well. I'm not exactly sure, but love Toka Cola. It's amazing. If I were to like suggest any flavor to you, it would be between that one and this next one. This next one is Crunchberry Lemon. It's also got the little picture on it. A little, I guess it's supposed to be a lemon, but it looks like a lime. There's like little berries and they're, I guess, in love. But anyway, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's actually what I have in my Pro Tank right now. And like I said, even though these are the thick option, which is supposed to be for dripping, they work perfectly fine in my tank. At least this one. This is the Pro Tank 2. It does have the adjustable airflow control, which does give it more air. If this were a standard Pro Tank 2, I think it would be too thick. But most juices honestly are in it. Because, I don't know, the Pro Tank 2 on its own doesn't have the best airflow. But with the little flowy thing, airflow thing, it's great. But anyway. And that's just on, like I said, like my Pro Tank, so I don't know. I prefer these in tanks. You can drip them, but I don't know. They just taste best to me in a tank. But this tastes to me just like the Crunchberry, the Captain Crunch berry cereal, but just the berry part, not really the orange square part. So if like you were to take just the berry, that's what it tastes like to me. It's got like the berry note. It's supposed to be strawberry, blueberry, vanilla, and lemon. And mostly I get the berry, then second I get the lemon, and then thirdly is like, I don't want to say it's a vanilla flavor, it's more of a cream flavor, but it's a good flavor. Because I'm very picky about creams, because, I don't know, they tend to taste weird when I vape it, like kind of rancid. But this stuff is amazing, and it's been my all-day vape as of late. Alright, this last one is called Twisted, and you can kind of tell by the bottle that it's been the least amount, or the least used of the four of them, and it's because I don't think I like it. It is supposed to be a blend of vanilla, mint, anise, with a hint of rose. And honestly, I think it's the rose that's putting me off. Or it could be the vinegar. Any kind of mix that I've done personally with vinegar I didn't like. So, I don't know if that's what it is. But this one is the one I was waiting on to see if steeping would help improve the flavor. And so far, it really hasn't. Mind you, it might be better in a tank, and eventually I might try it in a cardo or a tank to see if it improves, because like I said, all of these, to be honest, taste best in a tank. I just haven't tanked this because I didn't like it dripping, so why would I put it in a tank? But there's this note in it, like, it's like this grassy kind of note, and I don't, like I said, I don't know, I think it's probably the rose that's in it. And mind you, I've vaped floral vapes before. Like, one of my all-time favorite, if not my all-time favorite vape, is Lavender Ever After, which is, you know, mainly lavender, which is a flower. And I don't know, like, I've tried honeysuckle. Honeysuckle is good as well. So it's not like I don't like floral vapes, but this, it tastes like dirt, grassy, like dirty grass. I get like a little bit of like the vanilla and the mint or whatever. but mainly I just get like this dirty grass taste and I don't like it. It's not horrible, like it doesn't make me sick or anything. I definitely wouldn't repurchase it, and if it's no better in a tank, I'm not gonna finish vaping it. That didn't work. See, that pull wasn't as bad. It's strange. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm going to put it in a tank or a carto, see if it's any better. If it is, I'll report back, but if you don't see like an upcoming or another video or mention of it in another video that it did improve, then it didn't. So that's pretty much it. Open source vapor, I really do like them. They are decently priced. They send their products quickly. I've never had any issues with my orders. They've always been correct. No issues with the packaging as far as, you know, things coming apart or leaking. They come with like a plastic seal around the dropper, so you don't have to worry about that. The customer service is great. Like I said, the company owner's been on the ECF forum a little bit, just answering random questions, and I don't know, I just think that's great. So yeah, I would definitely check them out. The things that I would recommend, as I said, were the Crunchberry Lemon, if that's your thing, or the Toka Cola. I would personally get them both because they're both amazing. So yeah, if you have any questions, put them below.